Look, today, y'all, as a black woman, I'm coming to y'all to let y'all know that what y'all see in this particular episode will not depict us as black women, okay? I'm happy to be a black woman, but the way we've been acting lately, we're down bad, and I'm not glad about it. And any of the black women watching tonight, I know y'all feel the same. So let's just get right into the episode on Chelsea's Live Line. All right, good evening, good evening, good evening. I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of Chelsea's Live Line. Of course, I'm your host, Chelsea. I may be smiling on the outside, but on the inside, I'm really ashamed to be able to talk about the topic I'm talking about tonight. A couple weeks ago, I talked about side chicks, but today I'm going to get into some specific examples that I have seen on these streets that are a bad way to depict us and that needs to stop immediately. I just really want to know what our goal is as black women. What is our end goal? We say we don't need a man, and sometimes the women who are saying they don't need a man, the reason they say that is because they've been sleeping with any and every man. All right, so they don't need a man because that man and all the other men they've dealt with have never committed to them. So that's another thing, and it looks like I may be frozen. I don't know. Hopefully not. But nonetheless, I'm going to continue. But what I'm just saying is that it's just a shame that we've ended up in this state where we're at the point of no return. Okay, we're at the point of no return. But I appreciate y'all so much for rocking with me, and let's keep this episode going. Okay? Yep, let's keep this episode going. Because look, I'm frozen here, but I see y'all still see me. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Janesta, Kojak, Aunt Tracy, my sis Mona, Eric, I see you in the building. I see UFO. I appreciate you. Oh, Successful Melanated Dusty. Christina's in the chat as well. Hippolyta. All right, y'all. It's going down. Yes, today is a Thursday, but we're going to still turn up on that Thursday, all because yesterday, for those in the D, know that the storms were not friendly. It was a lot going on, but I appreciate y'all for coming back to rock with me on Thursday. As we get into this episode, it will not be a long one. We're here for a good time, not a long time, and I just appreciate y'all for rocking with me and support me, of course. And I also want to give a shout out to my YouTube family, specifically AP. He's not in the chat right now, but y'all know AP, the accountability partner. He was here in Michigan coming from North Carolina, and I had the chance to spend some time with him this morning. So I appreciate him for being able to at least stop by and say hi to me. This is the part where I love being a part of the YouTube streets, when we can convert that to real life, when we actually normal people out here doing great things and be able to connect. So I do love that. So I shout out everybody for showing me love, and for those I actually know in real life as well. Shout out to Eric Jordan for the $5 super sticker. I appreciate you. Let me take a look and see what that looks like. Okay, I see the pair. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for the support. Let's get into it tonight. Yes, Emmy says, this needs to be heard. Shaking my head. Crazy story. And shout out to BCV. I see you in the chat as well. The thing about this story is there are 3 examples I'm going to show y'all tonight. 3 black women who have been killed, all because they were side chicks. Whether they knew it or not was a different story. And let me say deleted, because YouTube be flagging stuff. But these women were deleted at the cost of being a side chick, whether it was a direct side chick or indirectly. We have to know our roles in life, and that's why I'm going to get into these particular topics. But before I do that, this is a hood evening. I was going to say good evening to y'all, but I'm going to say hood evening, because what I'm about to show y'all right now is a hot mess.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a lady. Oh,
whoa! What the
At least
she ran out?
Yeah, the gun's
Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Y'all, this is what I'm starting with right now. This is breaking news. Breaking news. Like a couple hours ago in the California area, this woman goes on a freeway and shoots at random people on the road. We're down bad. This is a black woman, y'all. And it's just sad because it's like, dang, all it takes is one bad experience for somebody to look at us with a side eye. This woman is roaming the streets, as I play this again for y'all to see, going and shooting at random people on the freeway. We have to be prayed up, y'all. This is the story. This is the moral of the story. We have to stay prayed up. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what got her to this point, but we need to stay prayed up because it's real out here. And let somebody else see the same thing that's going through some mental issues, and then they'll think it's okay to repeat this cycle. That's the problem. Ruining your life for what? I don't know what's going on, but we are at spirit. We know we got warfare going on. That's why we always have to stay prayed up, to say the least. So I wanted to start with that. because it's a mess. I saw it on my timeline. I had to bring this up because literally people are acting a whole fool. And it's not even acting. They just are. That's the difference. All right. So I'm going to get into the word of the day. That's what I like to do to set the tone for tonight's episode. And it's going to be coming from Proverbs chapter 5, verses 3 through 6. So let me share my screen. We're going to get right into it as I talk about the adulterous woman. I've talked about her before. You sometimes see her on a daily basis, depending on where you reside. But we're going to get into it tonight. For the lips of the adulterous woman drip honey. Right? We know everybody loves some honey. But the lips of the adulterous woman drips honey, and her speech is smoother than oil. She's saying the right things at the right time for the wrong reasons. But in the end, she is bitter as gall. Bitter. Sharp as a double-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps lead straight to the grave. And I think a lot of people are moving the way that's going to lead them right to the grave because they're not moving with intention. She gives no thought to the way of life. Let me know if y'all know somebody like this in the chat. Y'all know people like this? Let me know. Because literally, I think a lot of people are moving with no intentions, and that's just as bad as leading yourself to the grave. And her paths wander aimlessly, but she does not know it. That's Proverbs 5, 3 through 6. It sounds like a lot of the modern women, as we call them. That's what we call them. It sounds like a lot of them. No way, no Jose. Like, it's just a mess. So I'm going to get into it tonight. The reason I had this episode, as you saw in the thumbnail, is because of Tyra Crosby. She was 25 years old. They just laid her to rest. Her family just laid her to rest last week. Okay? Because she ended up being somebody's side chick. But she didn't know that. And that's what we're going to find out. Sometimes you may be a side chick and not even know it if somebody else is hiding that information from you. This is why you have to do your research. You have to know who you're dealing with. You may think you're their one and only, but you may not be. That's why I'll start first with getting into the topic and talking about Tyra and how she thought she had a man of her own, who invited her over his house to find out that the wife pulled up after work, pulled up to the home that they reside in and did some damage.
Says she wants you to know what really happened to her. She was killed Tuesday morning on Porter Street in Northwest Charlotte. CMPD says Stephanie Alexander arrived home, found Crosby inside, and then shot her. Alexander is charged with voluntary manslaughter. WBTV's Cam Gaskins is live outside CMPD tonight. So Cam, what did Crosby's mom tell you?
Yeah, Molly, she wanted us to know that her daughter, Tyra Crosby, was not an intruder in Alexander's home and was actually invited inside by Alexander's husband. And that's why she believes the charges deserve to be upgraded to first-degree murder. And that's why she wanted to make sure her daughter's story was shared tonight. It's all new at 11.
So I'm here, simply here, begging and pleading for justice for my child.
Thursday night, Tanya Hoskins wanted to make sure that her daughter, Tyra Crosby, was not forgotten and that her full story was shared.
She was our angel, our flower, murdered unnecessarily, lured to a home.
And I'm going to stop her right here because she said lured to a home. We have to be careful with the words we use, with the verbs we use to describe things, because nobody can make you show up at somebody else's home. They can say all the right things that makes them do that, but it's up to that person that makes that ultimate decision to say, hey, I'm going to go to that person's home or not. We have to be smart with our decision making. I'm obviously not going to put the blame all on the girl, but I'm saying we have to think things out. We have to wonder why, at 25 years old, am I going over a man's house for one who isn't even my husband, right? Think about that. Why am I giving these benefits away to a man who didn't even give me a title because he had a wife that I didn't know about? But we paint people to have an innocent picture, but we have to look at the whole picture, all the sides, and look at the truth as well.
And brutally beaten and murdered.
According to CMPD, Stephanie Alexander returned home to her house on Porter Street in Northwest Charlotte early Tuesday morning and found Crosby inside before shooting and killing her. Crosby's mother says that Tyra was invited into that home by Alexander's husband and that her daughter did not know he was married or that he and his wife owned that home.
She was invited there. She did not just pop up there. She was not an intruder. She was invited there.
She also says that Crosby called her in her final hour and left a voicemail in which you can hear Alexander beating her before shooting her. According to Hoskins, it was a prolonged beating, and she's hopeful that this new evidence will elevate the charges against Alexander.
Because right now she's charged with the lowest form of murder. I want it up to first-degree murder.
Alexander was charged with voluntary manslaughter and booked into the Mecklenburg County Jail on Tuesday.
And all I gotta say right here is that this is somebody's grandma. All I have to say is that we have this ride or die mentality, ladies. Sometimes we have this ride or die mentality where it don't matter how old we are, we ready to set it off. No, Cleo. We're ready to set it off for what? Why am I beating on this woman? Why am I beating on this woman? Why did I decide to delete this woman over my man who decided to invite another woman to our home? I don't understand why women sometimes, they get mad at the wrong person. This woman doesn't even know you. And like Kojak is saying, you're too old for that mess. Too old, but mess has no limit on age, on nothing, to say the least. But I'm just saying, you look at this woman, you think this woman is somebody's grandma, right? Could be. But she said, I'm ready to lose it all because I find another woman in my home. But you don't check the man that has decided to say, I lost respect for you. I'm about to sleep with this woman. I'm about to engage in something with her because she's over at my house. You leave him out the picture. You say, I'm ready to lose it all. And what does the rest of your life look like? That's why I asked you at the beginning of this episode, Black women, what is the end goal? You don't want marriage. And let's say you have marriage, but then you lose it all because of vows that were broken, not on your end, but on your husband's end. So you decide to go ahead and mess up the rest of your life. So your husband, who will eventually, obviously find another woman, is going to have that woman replace you. Now we just hearing about you and we're going to forget about you because you're going to be past tense. It's as simple as that. I don't think women are thinking today. And it doesn't matter how old a woman is. It doesn't mean that her maturity is fully there. That's what I'm saying. We get mad at the wrong person. Let me fight her because she's messing up my home. No, we got to reevaluate it. The man who decided to step out on you is messing up the home. Let's just call a spade a spade. It is what it is. She'll be spending the rest of her life in prison, like Hippolyta's saying. And her husband will be with another woman. Already got another woman on the back burner because best believe, just like that one woman he brought into the house, there's some other women somewhere. And it's just so sad that we cannot see an example of women not acting right, but being right. Just because it is right, it's the right thing to do. Where's the standard? Where's the standard? This is not acceptable. You're too old to be doing this. Aren't you getting ready for retirement? Let's continue this, please, y'all. But I just don't. One thing I understand, one thing I want to say as well. When I heard the mother of Tyra, who Tyra's 25, got deleted, right? Her mother was saying that, what did she say? She was going over the man's house. But as a mother, the mothering doesn't stop at the age of 18. I want to emphasize this because so many people think that as soon as a child turns 18, they're so responsible. But little do you know is that our brains don't fully develop until 25. But some of us are more delayed than others. So that 25 is not a guarantee. So knowing that, I think it's important to realize that this girl should not have been going to no man's house. Did you know this man? That's what I want to know as a mother. Are you interested in who your daughter is dating or who house your daughter is going to? Because we don't pay attention to that stuff because we think these children are grown, but you got to reevaluate that. As long as they're under your roof, they should be paying attention to what you got to say and adhering to it. And I'm just speaking the way it is. I'm just saying we have to set the example ourselves.
Hours later, she was out on bond.
She murdered my daughter at 5 a.m. and she was out at 8 p.m. So that means that human life means nothing anymore.
For now, Hoskins says she'll wait for CMPD to investigate, but she won't let anyone forget.
I don't want the investigators to go away. I won't stop until there's another charge and justice for my child.
So as we mentioned, Alexander was released on bond Tuesday night and is currently scheduled to appear in court next on August 7th, still facing that initial voluntary manslaughter charge. Reporting at CMPD headquarters, I'm Cam Gaskins, WBTV on your side.
Cam, thank you.
All right, let's get back to it. Thank you, Cam. But I'm just trying to say here is this. It's so sad that this girl really didn't get the chance to live her life, and maybe she was just young and was making some what we would consider stupid mistakes. Look at it now. we're talking about her in past tense, talking about this girl in past tense because she felt the need to go over to this older man's house thinking that maybe they had something serious. But we need some more information. For one, we need this man's name so he will no longer finesse any other women. That's the first thing. And we also need to just have some more background. What does the mother know? Did the mother even know that she was seeing this man? We need more information, and somebody's holding it. All right. We don't need another Carly lying about any and everything. All right, this is why I say black women, we are down bad, because we have other women out here who are making us look desperate. Seriously, we got to cut it out. I agree, we got to cut it out. With that being the case, I'm going to also talk about another example of a woman. This was 6 months ago, another woman in the Texas area, y'all, the Dallas area, who talked about, well, no, she wasn't talking. She had got deleted as well. She got deleted because she found out she was a side chick to a married man. This is just 6 months ago. I want to show you this example as well.
County authorities confirm a woman's body found last night in Grand Prairie was that of missing McKinney woman Kayla Kelly. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. We're expecting upgraded charges for the man already in jail for kidnapping and arson charges. Kelly's body was found in a shallow grave late last night, less than a mile from where the suspect, O'Caster Ferguson, lives. Collin County Sheriff's Office says Kelly and Ferguson were dating, but he gave her a fake name and told her he wasn't married. She'd only recently learned he was and was lying. Fox 4's spoken with the sheriff this afternoon, Blake Hansen, live in Collin County at the Sheriff's Office. Blake.
As Stephen Heather at last check, the Tarrant County Medical Examiner's Office still had Kelly's cause of death listed as pending. This as the sheriff here noted that they still have work left to do in this investigation. It was in this wooded area where the search for 33-year-old Kayla Kelly came to an end. An answer to questions, though not the answers so many had hoped for.
I live just right up the street, right in the neighborhood.
Sharon Brown visited the site Thursday afternoon. She brought flowers and 2 balloons. One she says she sent to Kayla.
From one sister to another sister, I wanted I wanted to know that she was not alone, that we are going to remember her, and we're sending up flowers to heaven in her name.
The Collin County Sheriff confirms Kelly's body was found in a shallow grave Wednesday night. We could see a dug-up area where investigators searched, though it's not clear that's where she was found. The sheriff's office hasn't said what led them to the Grand Prairie neighborhood, but it is less than a mile from the home of 32-year-old O'Caster Ferguson, the man the Collin County Sheriff's Office charged with Kelly's kidnapping and said Thursday remains at the center of this investigation, though he has not been charged with murder.
We're not at the point that charging decisions will be made. There's additional work that needs to be done by both my investigators and the Texas Rangers. They'll continue to work together on this homicide investigation.
Ferguson is facing a new charge of arson, which investigators say is for burning Kelly's vehicle, discovered last week burned beyond recognition on a deserted Frisco road.
Just let me say this. This is truly a tragedy. Okay, we had hoped for a different outcome. And like her family, we were devastated when it ended up that we found her body.
The positive identification of Kelly's body brings to an end the more than week-long search for the Collin County woman. Court documents say Kelly and Ferguson were in a relationship, and she had just recently discovered he was married and had given her a fake name. While law enforcement are reluctant to share many other details of the case, they say they are far from done with the investigation.
Make no mistake, you murder a 33-year-old young lady and put her in a shallow grave, we're going to seek justice.
The sheriff's office has indicated that we may learn additional information through new court documents, and some of those may come out if and when additional charges are filed.
Right, like Janessa said, that's the moral of the story. It's a shame, it's a shame, it's a shame, y'all. It's a shame. We as women, we need to slow it down. We need to slow it down and really get to know folks. And when they show who they are, let's say you find out that they're married, what are you going to do after that? Are you going to keep convincing yourself that, no, he claimed that he loved me, so I'm going to just continue to go with him and try to motivate him to, I don't know, what is the end goal? We have to think with the end goal in mind, and we're just thinking about today and today only because we desire to be with somebody. We don't want to be lonely. I'm not saying that you should be lonely. I'm not saying that, but literally, would you rather be lonely or dead, right? Because this is what's happening when you try to rush situations that aren't meant to be the case. When you force things, it's not going to be fruitful in the long term, at least. I just think we have to do better with our decision making because we are so focused on the feelings and not the facts that are being presented. Because again, we look at the flags, we look at them, they're bright red, they are whatever kind of shade of red, but you say, no, it's not really red. So you kind of fool yourself into believing somebody's one way when they're totally presenting themselves as another. I'm saying we all have gotten finessed at one point in life as it relates to relationships, but when you learn better, what are you going to do with that information? That's why I'm just teaching y'all to be smart, because you just don't want to be lonely, but hey, you may be signing up for the wrong person, because this is literally the most important decision you can ever make in your life, who you spend the rest of your life with. And I don't know why we take this thing so lightly, thinking that, oh, I can get a redo and a redo and a redo, until you can't undo what you have done. All of that damage, y'all. Literally, as y'all know it, I'm just bringing up other examples. For example, as we know, Beyonce's mom is getting divorced, right, from Richard Lawson after 8 years. And I'm saying this is her second marriage. I know she's older. Whatever happened, happened. But I'm saying we just have to make sure that we're making the right decisions. When somebody's for us, they'll be for us. But if they're not, get out of it early. Don't be wasting all your time, because you'll get to a certain age where you may not get as many opportunities as you were given at one point in time during your youth, because we all will lose that youth. And we all clowning folks for getting older. Like, for example, Vanessa Williams didn't have makeup on the other day, and they were trying to clown her for getting older. Y'all so used to seeing these botched Barbies out here with all these fillers, tucks, and bucks, and lucks. And y'all better be praying and wishing that y'all had good luck when y'all see that it's not all that it's meant to be. You're going to have to constantly keep up with an image that you were never supposed to look like. We don't want to see people getting older, but y'all see right today, y'all see today that y'all trying to sign up to be with these folks, and y'all end up getting deleted by these folks because you didn't pick the right folks. It's just too much going on in the community, if we even want to call it a community at this point, because we are down so bad. But I think it would be a blessing. As a matter of fact, I know it would be a blessing to get older, especially when I see news examples like this where a girl's 25, that rings home, I'm 26, right? That stuff is like an alarm. It's a rude awakening for me to see that somebody at the age of 25 is getting deleted at the hands of being a side chick, even though that's not my desire whatsoever. But I'm just saying, with her being so young, she didn't get the chance to live her life because she was making these mistakes here and there. And then you got older women who are literally just saying, let me just lose my life, my livelihood, all because my man cheated on me. That's why I tell you before, there's no good examples today of older women being reverent, being respectful, so we can see that, because you can't tell us as younger women, you cannot tell us to be respectful, to dress this way, dress that way, when y'all are over here doing the twerk contest at y'all old ages. We don't see enough examples out here, and I think that's the only way we can be able to put it into action. I'm glad I have examples around me, whether it's my mom, my granny, my auntie Carolyn, my auntie Michelle, or whoever else, my auntie Ebony, right? I have examples around me of women who carry themselves a certain way. That's why I know it's a standard for myself. But just imagine anybody's environment, based off your environment, you're going to determine your likelihood, whether you have success or whether you're going to be living up to your own demise. It's all about decision making, and we know we're not making no good decisions out here today. All right, so yeah, make sure y'all like the video. That's the only thing I'm gonna ask y'all to do. I appreciate y'all if y'all can come in and like. It's just basically like you waving to me if you hit the like button. So I do appreciate that. I'm only gonna ask y'all one time, so I appreciate the love. Thank y'all so much for being here. Let's continue this, because this is not going to be a long time. I just wanted to check in with y'all because, of course, I've been busy. I know y'all been busy as well. So I appreciate y'all spending a Thursday with me thus far. Let's continue with our next example for tonight of another woman who was killed, or should I say deleted, because of being a side chick.
Charges filed this week, 1 month after the life of a 20-year-old Milwaukee woman came to a violent end. CBS 58's Michelle Fiore sat down with the victim's parents today, and she joins us now live in the studio. Michelle.
Bill, Kanaya Brunson's mom calls her daughter her best friend. 2 men face charges, but the criminal complaint points to lies others told, and for that, Kanaya Brunson's mom is pressing ahead. Kanaya Brunson turned 20 in June, a joy to be around.
She can make you smile right away.
Brunson wanted to be an orthodontist or a vet, later learning she was good at making others look good, so she enrolled in beauty school.
She actually taught me how to put on eyelashes and do my eyebrows.
This is Brunson leaving home the morning of September 24th, texting her mom a smiley.
I wasn't even there 30 minutes and they called and told me her car was found. And I knew then, at that point, like something happened to her.
The day of the murder, police say Brunson met up with a married man she'd been seeing, Sultan Sharif. Strangely, he'd reached out to Brunson's mom a week earlier.
He goes on to say, I want to be done messing with your daughter, but she's reaching out to my wife.
September 20.
And see, that's when things get messy, right? Shirley knew she was dealing with a married man. You were dealing with a married man, you decide to bring the wife into it. Girl, this is why I tell you that all that stuff ends up being messy at the end of the day. And if you don't play your cards right, then you end up like this. I'm sorry.
24th, a friend of Sharif's called 911 after he says he saw Sharif on top of the victim in Sharif's car and that the female stated, "He cut my throat." She was screaming and pleading for help. Police didn't locate the two then, but hours later were called to an alley near Keefe and Palmer where Brunson had been tied, shot, and then set on fire.
She was everything to me. She was everything, and this is the most hurtful feeling.
Police interviewed a number of people, including Sharif's wife, who claimed he'd been with her the night of the murder, which the complaint says was debunked through video evidence.
And they think that they're going to be out here and live their normal life after they, helped with this.
Sharif's brother-in-law, Johnny Allen Hopgood, is charged as an accomplice.
It's still hard to believe that she's not, here with us.
Bond for Sultan Sharif is $500,000, and for Johnny Allen Hopgood, it's $50,000. Both are due back in court next week. Reporting live in the studio, Michelle Fiore, CBS 58 News.
This is so depressing, y'all. It's so depressing. So what I'm gonna do at this point is just give a shout out to Corey Joe. Thank you for the super sticker. I see you with the dancing pair, with the fist bump. I appreciate you so much for the love. Thank you for being here. And shout out to everybody in the chat. I do see y'all here. Thank you so much. Cujo, I saw Emmy. Let's see who else. Kino, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. iPhone Jesse, I see you here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank y'all for the love. But this is just a depressing show. But I'm just trying to warn y'all. I'm trying to warn the women. I think being able to see those examples of women who ended up being side chicks and ended up causing their own demise is a reality check more than anything else. It's a reality check. That's not my desire to be a side chick. My desire is not to be in a situationship. I was literally talking to a girlfriend of mine the other day, and she was saying how a girl of hers, or friend of hers, should I say, is literally trying to plan out a way to get pregnant by a guy who's not even claiming her. My friend has a friend who is trying to figure out a way to get pregnant for a guy who doesn't even give her a title, or didn't even give her a title as a girlfriend. This is the way we're living today. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what you want to blame it on, but y'all are not moving with intention. Well, matter of fact, y'all are moving with intention. Intention to fail, intention to finesse. Because what's going to be the end goal of that? Being a baby mama, I don't understand why some women think that being a baby mama is greater than being a girlfriend, which is, being a wife. Oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to slave. But you've been slaving all this time and it hasn't done you any good. So then you have that jaded perspective of what marriage should look like. But I know some women who are able to be successful wives and don't want to have to worry about what's going on in society because they have a mission, they have a purpose in life. That's the problem. When you don't have a purpose, then you'll be doing anything for anybody for any reason. You want to get pregnant for a man. You're trying to figure out a plan, a master plan to get pregnant for a man who don't even care about you enough to give you a title. You said, we haven't gotten to that conversation yet. And I'm so sick and tired of y'all talking about what y'all haven't gotten to, but y'all have gotten to the conversation, the biggest conversation you could get to, which is this, opening up these legs. That's the conversation. That's so intimate, and that's something that should be left for a husband, as we already know. We know this stuff. We know this, but then we come up with excuses in our head because he said the right things and it's at the right time. Now you're not looking at yourself years from now. You're thinking about today and only today. I just want to pray for these women. That's what we need to do. We need to pray, and I don't want to this is why, like, I don't want to have to try to, like, I'm not trying to judge you per se, but I'm trying to let you know as nicely as I can that it's not the best thing to do. Being a baby mama does not get you any benefits. I don't know what the government told you, but it doesn't give you any long-term benefits, right? Especially, that's the worst thing in the world when I see some women who are considered baby mothers who get child support. They get the child support, and then they're using it for adult support. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Children are being deprived, not just physically because they're not buying them no good food. What happened to the vegetables, y'all? What happened to the vegetables that kids used to eat to be able to grow healthy and strong bones? Y'all feeding the best vegetable they gonna get. I don't know what it is, because all these children are being fed today is McDonald's. I want to get my little Happy Meal, and that's all they know, or it's a Little Caesar's pizza. And I'm just saying, you using that money, but for the wrong reasons. These children are growing up so deprived, whether it's education, because you throw the tablet at them and say, go ahead, learn from the tablet, but you don't know what these children are being exposed to on these internet streets. Just like we're being exposed to things. We can go on a homepage and see something that we never watched before and click on it because we're curious. The same thing with children. While we don't think these children are smart out here and that they don't know, oh, they don't know about this, they don't know about that, they don't know what they're talking about. No, you're grooming them each and every day. Every time you play that Bad Baby, every time you play that Suki Hana, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing these names right or not, because I don't know these folks. You playing a Sexy Red, you're playing all these different songs, you're conditioning your children because they hear the beat, they listening to the beat, and then those words are just going to be, they listening to the words, and that's the next thing they're going to learn. Before they learn the ABCs, they're learning about F and F, they're learning about all these different songs that the community is being broken upon every single day. It just doesn't make any sense. It's a sad situation for us, y'all. When I heard about the Carly Russell situation, as we all heard, before I heard that she was lying, of course, I was literally praying for this girl to be found. I know some of y'all probably were doing the same thing. Like, I hope she's found. I hope they can find her, because it's sad that a woman has been kidnapped. What was the end goal of this? Attention? And it's the worst attention you can get, because now you're being exposed, and that record, that whole situation, your reputation is ruined. It's ruined. Not just because you lied, but because also she worked at a spa and they found out she was stealing toiletries from the spa. And I'm saying, I really want to support women obviously doing the right thing, but I can't support you because you made us look so bad. And we literally are in the negative as it relates to the respect we get from other folks. We have to set the example individually. That's what we have to do, ladies. So I appreciate the ladies in the chat right now who know that whether we are down bad or not, they're still doing their best to make sure that they give a positive example of what Black women look like. I tell people all the time, my circle is so small because I'm not just about to be hanging with anybody just because. I'm not going to do that. I realize that my purpose is bigger than just hanging with somebody and chilling with people because I'm bored. I can't do that. I don't have the time to do that. And I feel like everybody needs to allocate their resources wisely, especially your time. That's something you can't get back. The reason I'm going into this rant right now is just because I think we need a reality check on what we're doing in this lifetime. I don't know who told these people it was okay to act the way they do or be the way they are, but we need to educate folks. And social media ain't helping us get no better. I know people, Mona, for example, putting out content telling women how to be women. But they don't want to listen. They rather come for you than listen to what you have to say. If you listen a little bit longer, then you'll be able to dissect the information we're providing you and end up leaving better than you came. But y'all don't want to take the time to listen to us because you mad that we are in a better state of mind than you are because you've given away your goods to each and everybody that didn't deserve it. You're giving away your time, which is so precious as well. And now you look at us like, oh, she thinks she know it all because she's in a better state of mind than I am. Call it what you want to, say what you want to say, but I'm just trying to help you be better today than you were yesterday. Just saying. That's just how it is. I really don't know what's going on, but all I can do is help the ones who want to be helped. And that's why I'm trying to get into mentorship on a separate topic. I want to get into mentorship to help these young girls. The earlier we help them out, the better off they will be. But I'm like, you got to help them as soon as they get out the womb. You got to help them then because they're already being exposed to this new generation of music. And I tell people all the time, media is the most effective devil in America. It is the most effective devil in America if it can't be used for your good, because you can be exposed to anything on these streets. It's not safe. It's not safe. And I see y'all in the chat. Shout out to Big for being here, and Derek as well. I see you in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, let's continue this. I'm gonna read some of these comments really quick. I am. Ooh. Corey Joe says, I have a friend that has 2 kids crying now about help because Pookie broke out. It's a mess. It's a mess. Successful Melanated Dusty said, we all are virtual stepfathers and stepmothers. Yes, we are. Our tax money from wages take care of these children. Yeah, because the parents don't want to. The government has to give us everything for us to act right. And that shouldn't be the case. We should be able to work on our own because we have that self-motivation. We have that discipline to do it for ourselves, because we can't depend on them all the time. We can't depend on the government to teach us how to act right and this and that. They're trying to take the education away from us, and we are letting them do that. Education is the biggest thing, as we know, that they're trying to take away from us. But we just can't get it. We can't click because we don't understand that our purpose is bigger than being an influencer on social media. Our purpose is so much bigger than just the nonsense that we think is acceptable in society today. Okay? UFO said the following. He only dates within a 50-mile radius and has never online dated. Trusting the internet to find a spouse is insane to me. There are so many apps out here. I want y'all to do me a favor. Put in the chat right now a name of a dating app. I'm going to put some in there as well, but we all know about Tinder. We know about Bumble. But let me know, there's more dating apps than there's people out here in this world. And it's so sad because, you got Christian Mingle. You got... What else we got? Christian Mingle. Y'all, Hinge. Thank you, Coach Harry. Yep, Hinge. That's another one. It's so many different dating apps. Plenty of Fish. Match. Y'all, look, it's so many different apps out here. And I would love to know. Put a 1 in the chat if you have online dated before. And put a 2 in the chat if you've never done any of the online dating before. 1 in the chat for you have. 2 in the chat for you have. And they got Muslim Date. They got all these different apps. Ooh, child. Let's see. So some people have tried online dating before. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I have never done it. But I always knew that Tinder was a hookup app. That's the way they made it seem in college. And I'm like, I'm not about to participate in that stuff because it's not going to help me. It's just going to rack up a body count you cannot erase. Your dignity is lost. You're going to be known on the apps for that, being that girl in the virtual streets there is and the real streets. And I was just not going to participate. Yep. It's just... I don't know if there's any positive outcome. There are some people who have gotten married from the dating apps. And let me tell you this. I don't know if y'all know or not, but literally Kendra G is coming out with a singles app. Kendra G is coming out with a singles app. It was enough with the show. Now she's creating an app. I don't know if y'all heard about this or not, but Kendra is creating an app for her to kind of go with her show, y'all. You said not Kendra. I know she is coming out with an app, and I'm just saying, like, you've already done enough damage with these with these shows, to say the least. All right. But now she's coming out with the app. So I'm just saying further damage. So what I'm going to do in a second is bring up a video that I came across. It's been a while since I reacted to Kendra G, but I think it's time that I do that. So I'm going to pull this up real quick and watch what's going on with Kendra, because it's just a mess, to say the least. But I appreciate y'all for being here so far. Hit that like button, and we're going to go from there. 1 second. Got stuff talking. Okay, here we go. 1 second. So yeah, I'm going to share my screen. We're going to react to something on Kendra's show. Wants a woman to date her and her boyfriend. Let me read one of these. She might have got what's your experience? Okay, just trying to pick one out, y'all. This is impromptu, to say the least. So let's take a look at okay, this guy here, he said he does not want a woman that's always in the street. So let's take a look at this. I'm gonna share my screen real quick, and we're gonna get into some Kendra G, because why not? Okay, here we go. Let me share this. And
hello?
Hey, how you doing, Miss Kendra?
What's your name, baby?
My name is Kyle.
Kyle, where you calling us from?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas in the building, Kyle. Las Vegas, how old are you?
I'm 32.
32. What do you do for a living?
I work at the airport.
Airport, you have any children?
No, no kids.
No kids. What's your zodiac sign?
The Taurus.
Taurus. What day is your birthday?
May 17th.
Oh, I'm about to say my birthday is May 7th.
Oh, that's right. Taurus gang.
Taurus gang. So Kyle, Las Vegas, 32, airport, no kids. Taurus, let's get into it. All right, what kind of woman you looking for, boo?
Someone that let's say not really, big on social media like that, as far as giving attention on there, wanting attention. Someone that's not.
I'm gonna stop him right here because he said he doesn't want someone who is on social media getting attention. Okay, that's like 95% of women. Okay, that's 95% of women, and I think that's one thing I already told anybody like I was dating and whatnot. Well, look, that I'm going to be dating in the future. I'm going to let them know off the rip. I'm willing to get rid of social media because I don't want that to be a distraction when I get into a future relationship. I cannot have that. It's a distraction. Literally, when you are in a relationship, that's when people decide to come in your DMs and distract you, because that's what the devil wants, is for you to get off your purpose, for you to get out of your relationship. Okay? Right, you called into a social media show. Great point there. Right. Thank you, Big Smooth. Thank you. That's the great point. But I do agree that a woman that's on there 24/7, posting every single part of her life, from what she ate from breakfast all the way to dinner, and just, no, it's not worth it. So pay attention to that, because that could be a red flag. So I do agree with what he's saying, but I get what you're saying, Big. Like, he's literally on social media right now.
Loud. I'm very, chill, laid back. And then someone's just not for the streets, really. That's it.
Someone not for the streets.
Yeah.
Someone not for the streets. Okay. What's your deal breakers?
Deal breakers, like I said, being too loud. Let's see, just always got drama going on, as far as her drama or somebody else's drama and stuff like that with friends and all. Someone who's bad with communication, really. I'm big on that too. Just make me feel, make me feel like I'm basically the only one in their life, really. That's really it. Like, just not too much. I don't really have too many deal breakers.
Okay. Does she have to look a certain way?
Not too much, no. I'm really not into big women, to be honest with you. Nothing against them or nothing.
Okay. Is it lagging again? That told me it wasn't lagging. Does she have to make a certain amount of money?
No.
All right. They say, why are you single? They say you 32, works at the airport, no kids. Could she have children?
Yeah, I don't mind.
You don't mind.
Not too much.
Let me stop him right there. Like, any man who doesn't have children, you should prefer, in my opinion, you should prefer to have a woman with no children as well. Because, geez, don't you want your first child to be with that woman? You get what I'm saying? Like, you want, I don't know. That's just my thought process. But I know most men think that same way, that they want to have, like, that first experience with that woman instead of her already having children, because it's not as exciting. That's what I've heard from some men before. But we'll continue.
Much, though.
Say again?
I said not too much.
Not too much. Let's do the Kendra can.
Yeah. Should have set my phone up. Hold on. Set my phone up for you.
This is gonna be an offensive question. I'm gonna tell you that in advance. Have you ever been to jail?
In my juvenile days. Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess because he
looked
said
like
that
it.
you did some time. I don't know how they knew. Sometimes the cousins be knowing. I didn't want to ask it because I'm like, it's so offensive to ask a black man that question. But I guess they knew. Shit, what you do?
No, my adult years, I got a clean record. I worked at the airport. They wouldn't let me work at the airport with a record.
Okay. But you was out here when you was younger with it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you look good. All right. Yeah, good shape.
A little bit.
Okay, cousins. I mean, y'all do be on point at times. I ain't gonna lie. They called it out. I ain't want to ask you because I feel it's so offensive. But shit, child, they knew.
Yeah, I haven't been in there since I was about like 15.
All right, so that was a long time ago.
Yeah, yes, it
okay,
was.
A long time ago. You want the light in your face? Can you give me the light? Make sure the light's in your face. All right. Yeah, that's better.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so this is Kyle. Kyle, does a woman got to be in Las Vegas?
I prefer it. Yeah.
You prefer it. All right. When was your last relationship?
Early this year, February.
Early this year, February. All right. So what are 3 flaws you have to work on?
As for me, 3 flaws for me that I have to work on. I have to be basically letting my guard down, you can say. I always have my guard up. Also, being more open. Sometimes that I tend to hold things in and just, try to figure out on my own. There's times where I need to, if I do need help or somebody or need to talk about something, just feel free to start doing that. You know what I mean? Instead of just keeping it bottled in. And just work on as far as like stability. I never knew what that was in life, like since I was a kid, as far as, my mom always moving around and I had to go to different schools and stuff like that. So just as far as like just stability in life, period.
Okay. All right. Let's do it. So,
yeah, let's stop there because he's boring me. But I'm about to show you this next one here where they say a woman says she's a 9, prefers men who are a 9 to contact her. So let's see, y'all. The men gonna let me know in the chat if this woman that I'm about to show y'all on the screen is a 9. So let me start sharing my screen again and we'll get right into it. Okay. Is she a 9? Let's see. Okay, here we go. Right about now. Okay. Is she a 9, y'all? Let me know.
Oh my gosh. Hey.
Hi.
Oh, I didn't think you were gonna pick me. I didn't even think I was gonna say something like that, but yes, we are here. Hey. Good evening.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Alexia.
Alexia, where are you calling me from?
Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia. What do you do for a living?
I'm an ophthalmic tech, so I work in eye care.
Eye care tech. How old are you, Alexia?
I am 28.
Is your name Alexia?
Alexia.
28. Okay. Alexia, Savannah, Georgia. Do you have any kids?
Nope. No kids. No. Just one dog.
What's your zodiac sign?
Virgo.
So we got Alexia, Savannah, Georgia, no kids, 28, iTech, Virgo. What kind of man you looking for, boo?
And before we get into it, let me just stop real quick because Cujo said, not a 9, must be blind. Everybody got their own scale, it seems like. That's the thing. You cannot really go too high on your own on a scale like that. I would not. You have to be humble. That's the thing we got to learn as people, to be humble. But this is what she said. So, hey, she's a 9 to herself. And that's what she think. Let's continue, y'all.
Well, let's start. I want a God-fearing man for sure. I think I have already established that in my dating radar. God-fearing man, respectful, courteous, has manners, good relationship with his parents, ambitious, just a genuine good person. Match mine.
Okay. All right. What are your deal breakers?
I cannot stand bad hygiene. I can't do it. I can't do it. So bad hygiene is a no. Not being able to keep your word is a no. Lying, no. Cheating, no. Just come correct.
Okay, come correct. All right. Does he have to look a certain way?
I am not very picky when it comes to looks. But I will say, I know that I'm a beautiful woman. So just be honest with yourselves, fellas. Okay.
What does that mean?
Please don't be busted. That's all I'm asking. Don't be busted.
Don't be busted. Let me give a shout out real quick to Eric saying below average sis is a 4 at best and combative. Uh-oh. Look, Eric calling it out the way it is. I ain't said a word. It's all Eric. Thank you for the support. She said they can't be busted. Very interesting.
So busted men try to approach you?
Yes. I live in Savannah.
And you normally date the men that you consider to be attractive?
Yes, I consider them to be attractive, yes.
What happened to those relationships?
Well, most of those relationships were mostly like relationships that extended from college and stuff like that. So now I'm trying to like get out of like dating people that I went to school with and try to date people that I meet organically, like just out and about and stuff like that.
Okay. Oh, you're 28. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So she said, do not be busted, fellas. Okay. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
I say that, at least 55K, I feel like is a decent amount of money. I'm not asking you to be a baller shot caller or nothing like that, but hold your own. And I feel like for a median salary in America, Black person, 55, 60K, that's reasonable.
I don't even believe in the scale, but because you were so hard on busted, people are asking. So is a busted what a number? Like if you had to give busted a number, what number is that?
A busted would be like a 4.
A 4. And then what is your number?
That I would prefer?
No, your personal number.
My personal number, I believe I'm a 9.
You're a 9?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Let me just say right here, I don't think she's unattractive, right? I think if you get rid of that thing on your head and maybe level up on glasses, things of that nature, she's not an ugly girl. But I'm saying you maybe just take that thing off and then, get your own hair. But she's not an ugly girl. I'm just saying she just needs to take that thing off and then kind of go from there. And I think she'll look better from there. Be yourself. That's the thing. That's what makes somebody more of a 9 than anything else, is when you wearing everything that's yours. When you literally, on a scale of real, hey, that's what kind of converts, is when you're wearing most of your hair, your own eyelashes that God gave you, you're wearing things of that nature that present yourself as you are, then that's when you can rate yourself a little bit higher than somebody who has bought everything from Shein and all these different places and put it on your head and body and then say I'm a 9 or a 10. I don't think that makes sense. Yep. I agree with you. I agree with you, Hippolyta, all the way. Yep. So let's talk about it on the scale of real. Right. Exactly. We're not fans of her. Oh my goodness. Hey, shout out to Kofa for being here at Monarch Travel. I see y'all in the chat. Let's continue this, y'all.
So a 4 tries to talk to you, but you only want 9s to talk to you.
That would be preferable. Yes.
Okay, that would be preferred. Okay. Okay, let's do the Kendra cam.
Okay. Snap. I gotta turn off the lights. No.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I see you. Girl, they talking about your rating. They want you to name who else is a 9.
Who else is a 9?
Yes.
They don't believe that I'm a 9. That's on you. You don't have to see that, baby.
So you don't got to see her 9. Okay. Let's keep going. When was your last relationship?
I was in a long-term relationship we ended things about 1.5 years ago.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask, when's the last time you was intimate with someone?
It's been a minute. I think I just went celibate and didn't tell myself. So it's been a minute.
Are you waiting for a relationship?
Somebody worth it, sure.
Someone worth it, sure. Okay. What are 3 flaws you think you have to work on?
I'm a little impatient, so I recognize that I want things when I want them. And if I can't have it when I want it, then I don't want it anymore. So I recognize that's a flaw of mine. I also kind of am in like a hyper independence mood right now. So it's kind of like, yeah, I want you, but I don't need you. So I don't like date for like financial reasons. Like I date because I like you. Like I actually have to like you to date you. So that's kind of like, I guess, one of my flaws, because I don't really feel like I need someone. I just want someone to share my life with.
You don't need someone. You just want someone
to share my life with. Yes.
Okay. You want children one day?
Yeah.
Then that means you would need someone, right?
Yes, to share my life with. I would like to share my life with someone. Yeah.
Because you say you don't need someone, you want someone, but you do need someone if you want to have a baby, no?
I get your point. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I need someone, but in this very moment,
And look, don't tell women today they need someone, right? Because look at the Brad, look at her woman she's with and all that. Women don't think they need one. And even Ebony K. Williams was saying something, I guess, about, hey, we don't really need men, we just need their sperm or whatever. That's just what they're saying. I'm just repeating the talking points. But no, women, they don't need a man because they've been with any and every man, and now they mad at the whole gender of men. Come on, y'all. Let's keep it real.
Right now, do I feel like I need a baby? No. So I don't feel like I need someone. No.
So a man, you only need a man because you want to have a baby?
No, I would like to have a family. I'd like to be a wife. I'd like to be married and have the white picket fence and live happily ever after. Absolutely. That's the goal. Has that been my case? No.
Are you ready for that now?
I think I'm moving into that process. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Did I ask you what 3 flaws you have to work on?
Yes.
Okay. What's the age range you would do? You're 28.
I think the youngest I go is probably 26. The oldest I would go 40.
40. You'll go 40. Oh, hold on one second. 40, 26 to 40. Does he have to be in Savannah?
No.
Okay. No. All right. So why would a guy be lucky to be with you, honey?
Well, I feel like I'm emotionally ready. I am emotionally competent. I am a great person. I can speak up for myself. I'm a very loving person. I can cook, I can clean, all that good jazz. I feel like if anything, you would have to see my value more than anything. So I can't really tell you why I would be that person, because you would have to see me and understand my value for you in your life as a man. So I can't really say why you would think I would be the best person for you at that point, because everybody sees something differently. I could think, oh, you like me because I have a great smile, but you'd be like, no, I like you because you actually speak your mind. So it just depends on the person.
Okay, just depends on the person. This is Alexia.
All right, I'm tired of listening to her. I have to turn her off. I'm tired. Okay, we don't need to hear anymore. We heard enough. I just wanted to hear what she had to say in regards to her being a 9. So let's give it up for the last lady of the night, who is a dancer and a caregiver. Let's hear what she has to say as she's giving away her care as she dances in these streets, on these poles. All right, let's get into it with the dancer and the caregiver.
Oh my God, I'm scared. Y'all, Kendra added me. I'm on here with Kendra.
Let's stop there. We got a super chat coming in. Shout out to Cujo, says she's super annoying, and that's exactly why I just hit the no. We had to cancel her out. She was talking too much and it wasn't saying anything. If the words aren't making sense and you just going on and on, we have to cut you off over here. I ain't even waiting for the cue for y'all in the chat to tell me. I'm like off the rip. She gotta go. So let's continue this as we watch this dancer and caregiver, as she's so excited to be on the Kendra G show. Y'all need to be this excited for Jesus, okay? When he come back, y'all need to be that excited for him, but y'all excited to be on a dating show for Kendra, not knowing what y'all getting yourselves into.
Hey girls, what y'all got going on, boo?
This my big sister. She afraid to talk to you. We in Chicago.
Chicago in the building.
You are so pretty.
Thank you,
Oh
boo.
Okay, I need a man. I'm 31.
Okay.
I'm single. I don't got no kids, no abortions. Because that counts.
No kids over here. We team no kids.
I got my own. I got an identical twin sister, but she got kids. Okay, so
I'm the youngest.
And I'm looking kind of dry right now. I don't got no lashes on, but I need a good man, Kendra. Okay, because this Chicago.
Look, she says she looking real dry right now, but that's how you gonna be looking all the time for your man. You gonna be wearing lashes 24/7. That's why I tell you. You talking. Those are the filters y'all are wearing on y'all faces. Talking about you look dry. No, you look like your normal self. Let's be real off the rip. Let's not be lying. So I look a little dry right now. No, this is how you look. This is what you're gonna be presenting to that man. This is what he gonna wake up to with the morning breath and all of that. Let's keep it real. Chi-town is shy down. Shout out to Corey Joe for that one, okay? And right, the no abortions. Okay, woman. Ooh, cut it.
niggas ain't shit, okay?
What? Kendra, you
But-
know.
Wait, are you guys related? You're all sisters?
Yeah, this is my baby sister, my twin sister.
Y'all got the
I
same
got
daddy
it.
and the same mama?
We got
Same-
different dads.
same mom.
Same
Same
mom.
mom.
Unfortunately.
Okay. All right, so what's your sister's name that's looking for a man? What's your name, boo?
My name Carla. Carla.
Carla, what do you do for a living?
I'm a caregiver. I dance / caregiver.
What kind of dance do you do?
Stripping, girl.
So you strip and you take care of older people?
Yes, and I'm in school for mortuary science. This is my last year. I'm gonna be a mortician.
Okay.
So basically, she dancing on these folks that she giving a care to, and then she gonna bury them after that with her mortuary science degree. Ooh, the tears, y'all. The tears. Oh goodness, that's what the plan is. I guess so. So she dancing for the folks, get them enticed, and then they end up dying somewhere. And then she gonna be taking care of the plane. She gonna be taking care of them, right? Getting them prepared for their viewing. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Okay. So Carla,
Yes.
you tell me what kind of man you want. What's your deal breakers?
My deal breakers is baby mama problems. He gotta be tall. He gotta have his own money. No, I don't need nobody to take care of me, but I keep finding men who want me to take care of them, and I'm tired of that.
Could he have kids?
She said what?
She doesn't really care about if they have kids.
No,
or
I
not.
don't care if they have kids, but I just they be lying. They be talking about they not with their baby mama and they be with their baby mama. I don't want that no more.
Okay. All right. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
No.
No.
I don't care if he beat buckets on 87. I'm gonna be there to support you.
Wait, say it one more time.
I don't care if he beat buckets on 87. I'm gonna be there to support you.
So if you don't know, in Chicago, 87th is a street, and then there's Bucket Boys that drum on the Bucket Boys. And she was
I love me an 87 Bucket Boy.
You would date an 87 Bucket Boy. Okay. All right, Carla.
I'm single and I prefer to stay single.
Okay, Carla, let's do the Kendra cam. We gotta see you standing up.
Okay, hold on. Okay. You should have took your socks off. Your feet did. Hold on, my feet did. Let me take my socks off.
She got
Her feet dead. Her feet dead. I know she said feet did, but no. Look. It's just ignorance. So, we have to do better, y'all, because we laughing at this stuff, but in all actuality, this is what other folks are looking at. They're laughing at us, too. It is embarrassing. I'm getting secondhand embarrassment from it. And that's the thing. Her sister won't even let her speak for herself. Goodness, you still scared to be on there. You don't deserve to be on there then. But let's take a look at the caregiver / dancer as she does the Kendra G, whatever the challenge is, whatever she's about to do. Lord, Kendra cam. There we go.
She done, so she want to show off her whole body now.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah, it was good.
We can't see you. Wait, what you got on?
I was
pajamas?
in my pajamas.
Wait, what in the world?
Wait, Carla.
Wait.
Better.
You think you dressed?
No, we can see her. That was good. We saw her already, boo.
You think you dressed?
No,
I had to pause it right here because I'm trying to figure out what are we looking at here. I'm really confused about what's going on here on this still shot. I'm so confused. I'm gonna continue though.
We can see her. That was good. We saw her already, boo. We see you already.
Okay, can you see me?
We can see you, Carla, honey.
Okay.
Carla, when was your last relationship?
My last relationship was 3 years ago.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
The last time I was intimate with
You gotta
someone
put the camera in your face, Carla.
today.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Why can't you be with that man?
He was just an ex, like, you know, just somebody.
Bring the camera up, Carla.
He's just an ex.
Now, Carla, you came on talking a lot of shit about these nothing ass men, and these men watching here, they gonna judge you the same way.
That's okay. No, he's just a long-time friend. That's all. It's not nobody new. It's just he's single. I'm single. But I can stop messing with him, you know? You know, like, I want a serious relationship. I'm
sick of these hitters. Sick of these hitters. Oh, my goodness. All right, let me get back to the screen. Shout out to Eric. He said, only qualify for Pookie and nobody else. Literally, you want a serious relationship. You tired of the no good hitters, this and that. You come up with all these excuses knowing that you're going with your ex. So I can get rid of him, though. I want something serious. Until you close that door, lock it, and don't allow anybody else to enter, you won't be blessed with nothing else. That's just how it goes. But you still entertaining this man because you say he's single, you're single. What's the end goal? Are you trying to get back with him? If so, you'll need to be calling this show. Case closed. But if you're not trying to get back with him, then you need to leave this man alone because he's a long-time friend. That's not a friend. Again, your ex cannot be your friend. I said what I said, and I meant what I meant. An ex cannot be your friend. So either he's your ex that you're still dealing with and you still want to get back with him, or he is not somebody you're dealing with anymore. You need to figure it out. But that's the thing. These people be on the back burner. People be having exes on speed dial talking about some, let's sleep together tonight. But you had the nerve to call Kendra G Show trying to find somebody else. You're so confused in the mind and nobody's going to sign up to deal with that or waste their time because they're getting a caregiver who likes to booty shake on the people she giving care to and then bury them for good. So nobody's signing up for that. No, because you going for mortuary science. Let's say that you don't want to be bothered with this man no more. Now you don't deleted him and now you don't did all the damage and embalmed him and now he ready for viewing. So I don't think nobody want to sign up for that. It's kind of scary anyway. But let's continue.
serious.
What kind of man you want again?
I want a man that's in his late 30s, you know, early 40s. Single, ambitious, no liar. You gotta be honest. Whether it hurt me or not, just tell me the truth. It don't matter if he got kids, you know, just as long as he honest about the situation he got going on with his kid's mother.
Okay.
Funny.
So watching that man, you want that man to be okay with you being a dancer and also knowing that you still have sex with your ex as early as today, the day you're looking for the new man. So you want him to not judge you for those two things?
I mean, when people say dancer, you know, like, first, let me tell you.
Well, some men are like, listen, do what you do, right? But sometimes it's complicated because some men, the man that you're describing, might not want his girl per se to be a dancer because obviously you're dancing for other men.
Then I'll stop dancing.
How would you make up for the money?
I'm a caregiver. I still have a job. You know, I dance on the set. I haven't really like danced since COVID. But, you know, I dance when I need, you know, like it was my birthday month. So like I dance for a little while. But it's not something that I'll be like, oh, I gotta go to the club. No, I love being a caregiver. So.
Okay. And then the guy you had sex with today, your ex, would you cut him off completely? When are you gonna cut him off?
I could cut him off now. You want me to call him and say, don't call me no more?
Yeah, go ahead.
Where my other phone at?
Let's call him. Let's end that. Let's break that.
Oh my God, Kendra.
Let's break that tie. Let's break that tie so she could. So you have to let go of that energy in order to receive.
And I be trying to tell her, Kendra. I always tell her, like, you do not need them. They do not be doing nothing for you. You be crying over them. What are they adding to you? They don't do nothing but add misery to your life.
We got to break this chain away if you want to meet somebody new.
She not gonna do it on the phone, but
she want a boyfriend. They don't got nothing to offer me right now.
I'm gonna be like, please leave me alone. I don't smoke black and mild.
Don't pay attention to the comments, Carla.
Sneaky Link ain't even picking up the phone. That's embarrassing.
He probably with his other girl.
Yeah.
That's.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna text him.
Need an audio message right
You don't
there.
gotta text him.
Do the audio message, hold, tap and hold, and say don't talk to me.
Okay, hey Justin, on some real shit, you cool. We gonna always be friends, but that other shit dead. Like, no more sneaky linking or no more. Can you come over and see me? None of that. You know.
No more.
None
None of that. Justin, she's leaving her. She's getting ready for a new man in her life, so she can't have sex with you no more. She is gonna keep this open for the guy that she deserves in her life. So you can't sleep with her no more, Justin. You sleep with the other girls.
And what Kendra said is valid. So when you get this voice message, just don't text me.
Kendra, you are so inspirational and beautiful.
I sent it, and then I can block them too, you know.
I hope she followed through with this. I really do. And shout out to Eric once again. He said, Pookie still giving sis the stroke. Oh man, run. And look, she sent that message, that audio message to her ex, right? And best believe she gonna hit that undo button. I'm telling you, she gonna do that undo real quick. It's, look, a stripping mortician. That's what she is. That's an interesting name right there. Interesting title to have, should I say. But yeah, she's saying all this on the internet because she's on the Kendra show. But I hope she really follows through. I really do. You know, I love to be optimistic. I really do. I really do. So I hope that she follows through with that.
Well, let's wait. Block him after he responds.
Okay.
That's what I be trying to tell her, dude. Let's see if they gonna respond.
But yes, Kendra, I'm serious.
But I will say this, baby girl. I will say this. Show up like the guy that, because you tell me you want something different. You gotta act, you gotta be different, right? And I know you want a certain type of guy, and I know my cousins, and when they watch this, they're gonna pick apart those things only because you say you don't want that type of guy, but that's the type of guy that's gonna roll with that. Right? So if you want a different energy, you got to become the different energy. Become who you want to date. Bring the camera back up. What are 3 flaws you think you have to work
on? I'm a hopeless romantic, so, you know, I'm gullible. I hate being gullible. You know, I try to see the good in everybody, but timing, I can work on my timing. Patience. Communication. You know, I go to zero. You know, something I don't want to hear, I explode right away. So, right, yeah.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I'm a leader. Hold on, I got that. Okay. I'm a leader. All right. I'm a lion. I bring the table, your table.
And that.
I'm natural. I'm real. I'm funny.
I'm natural. I'm real. Just like the face she making, that's the face I'm making. I'm natural. I'm real. All right. People, that's another flaw. Lying. Because where is natural at, y'all? Can somebody explain something to me? I don't know. We redefining what natural means today, I guess. We so fake, we don't know what natural really means. But I'll continue.
I'm reliable. I'm trustworthy. I'm helpful. I'm helpful. I'm
You're
helpful.
31. You're 31. What's the age range you would date?
You said what?
You're 31. What's the age range you would date?
Like 31 to like 50. I like older men. I don't have.
We know she like older. Reason we know that because she's obviously a caregiver and she's doing the stripping. Like Christina was saying, she said she's the stripping caregiver mortician. She's the only person probably in the world. That's one thing for her. It's like that's unique, is that she's the only stripping caregiving mortician there is. Shout out to Eric once again. He said Pookie still be stroking whenever he wants for free. And it is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you for the love, Eric. I appreciate you. For free. Seriously, she, like, one thing Hippolyta was saying in a chat I saw earlier, she said the next day she's going to wake up and tell her ex she was doing it for entertainment purposes and to come through. And even Christina made it even worse. She was like, she going to be with him in an hour. Right. Seriously, because he probably heard it all before. When a woman keeps saying, oh, I'm going to leave you alone, this probably ain't the first time she said that, especially if he ain't picking up the phone now. He's done that before. Obviously, he don't take her serious enough to pick up that phone because it must not be that good. He ain't picking up. Just saying.
I have daddy issues, but I do like older men.
Okay.
I do.
And does the guy have to be in Chicago?
I would prefer him to be in Chicago, yes, but I travel a lot, so you know, I just up and left and moved to Arizona last year. So I mean, if it's that, then I'm open to it.
Okay. Okay. Boo. How can the guy?
We don't care. We don't care how the guy can reach out. Because that guy who reaches out, shame on you, Mr. Pookie. Mr. Pookie, shame on you if you decide to be with that. A stripping, caregiving mortician because you so lonely that you don't have no standards. That's on you if you decide to do that, but you a fool if you do. So shout out to the men who understand that they shouldn't be signing up for women like this. I wanted to show y'all some Kendra because it's been a while since I reviewed Kendra, but it's too much going on. A striptician. Now that's it right there. That's bars right there. A striptician. Ooh, she's doing the strip tease right to the mortuary. On that note, y'all, I wanted to show y'all these examples on a serious note of women who are, at the beginning of this episode, I talked about the side chicks because I talked about side chicks a while ago, but I wanted to show y'all 3 examples of young women in their 20s and 30s who decided to be side chicks, some directly, some indirectly. Like the first case of the girl, I guess she didn't know that, what's her name? But Tyra, who the episode is about on the thumbnail, you'll see that for her, she didn't know that this man was married. She came over his house. But I'm just letting you know, women, if this man hasn't given you a title, why are you going over his house? Really, you shouldn't be going over no boyfriend house either because you really just don't know. But at your own will, right? At your will. Let your will be done. Not mine. I'm not doing it. You have to set a standard and live by it. And if you don't, then you may be signing up for your own demise. You may just be signing up for your own demise. But I appreciate y'all for being here. Make sure y'all stay safe, stay blessed. Thank y'all for the love. I appreciate y'all just for rocking with me on this Thursday night. But just know I'll be back next Wednesday, God willing, for another episode of Chelsea's Live Line. Until then, y'all pray for us, especially as black women, because we down bad. We down bad. I'm not glad. It's real sad. And that's that. I'll see y'all next week on Chelsea's Live Line.